Hello everyone, Vampire218 here, bringing you my Week 9 Battle of the UBC. Now this is coming out late because nobody told me there was a time change, and that hit me like a wrecking ball. Very hard. So, this week I was going against Will the RNG God, or RNG Lord, or Will the RNG Lord, yeah. So, this week I knew was going to be a tough one. He's a pretty good battler, and he has a very, very strong team. Now, I've been doing too good in the UBC. I think I'm like, what, 3 and, like 5? I think 3 and 5 as of this recording. So, it was really, you know, I really wanted to do good this week because I'm very, very low in the rankings, but I actually feel like I'm doing pretty good just in terms of, you know, how I battle. I'm going up against some really, really strong people. And there are very few losses where I'm feeling like, oh man, I played badly. Like, yeah, the Volcarona one, but I just under-prepped for that. So this time, I made sure to prep pretty good, and this is the team I brought. So I lead with my Suicide Lead Aerodactyl here, because I figure it's just super good. He sends out Incineroar, and so I'm just like, you know what, I can get a pretty good Earthquake off here. Now, I didn't go for a Rock move here because I figured it could miss, and I don't want it to miss. I think I have Stone Edge, I want to say, maybe? Like, Stone Edge, but either way, I just go for the EQ here just to get the guaranteed damage, because I was like, this thing cannot kill me. Goes for the U-turn, and it's like, that's actually fine, that does, like, nothing. Goes into, you know, Daddy Duck over here. And then I swap into the Alolan Marowak because I'm like, this thing cannot touch Alolan Marowak. Even after a +1, it just doesn't do anything. Even like Psyshock does nothing. So he sets a second Calm Mind up, and I'm like, okay, Shadow Bone, do 64%, which is awesome. Hits the Hidden Power, and Hidden Power only does like just over half. Able to kill it with the Shadow Bone. Now, one of his biggest threats is down, guys, and that's good. Goes into the Dark type, and I'm like, gonna swap back into that. Gets the Darkest Lariat off, and I do live at 7%, which makes him switch out into Finny. And I'm like, okay, let's just get up a Tailwind here, because I figured I'm going down. It doesn't matter. But he actually swaps out, which is really interesting that he didn't, like, just kill me. I guess he was trying to preserve that thing, so I go for that here. I should have probably gone for Stealth Rocks here, but I was just like, I want to get off some chip damage. But the chip damage just didn't even matter, so I swap out here, which again is a mistake. Into the Alolan Marowak because I figured he doesn't go for the Skull yet, and which was smart. I have Thunder Punch as well, which is kind of why I went into this thing. I have Tailwind Thunder Punch, so I just hit the Thunder Punch, and it does a good amount, but I also lose Alolan Marowak here, and it's like, oh well. Getting his health back here, and I'm like, oh, what do I do to this? First, I get hit with a Moonblast, which because I'm vested, I live. I Poison Jab, and it lives at 2%. And here's where the things with the rocks start. Had I had rocks out, this thing would be, well, not dead yet, but it's the start of where it's like, oh, that's 2%. Okay, cool. Now I don't have my, like, anything that I can do. I'm gonna get hit and proc my ability, so I don't need to stay in here. I go into the Aerodactyl because I'm just like, I need to sack this. Moonblasts it, and it dies. Now I have 4 Mons left, he has 5. I go into Golisopod again, and I'm like, first impression, boom, kill. Critical hit, kill. It was a roll to kill, but it was a very high roll, and I'm like, I don't want to eat that electric move yet. Hits the Hidden Power, Ice, and it's like, oh, that's awkward. Okay, cool. Or it could have been a rock, but either way, I hit the Sludge Wave here, just predicting because he basically anything but the mole, but then he goes into the mole, and I am scarfed, so didn't matter. He gets up a Swords Dance, and I just go for a high jump kick here. He does hit the Iron Head, does not flinch me, and he has the berry keeping him alive. And you know, Iron Head there, bam, I'm down. I go into the Golisopod because I'm like, Aqua Jet kills. Aqua Jet does kill, takes him out. We're now 3-3. Goes into this thing, and I'm like, Poison Jab should do some good damage. I hit him with a Poison Jab, and 25% only. I'm like, that's not that good. I go into the Mega Aggron here because I'm like, this thing's best move is like, what, Fire Blast? And that does like maybe just over half. And it does, it just does under half. It does like 45%. Hit him with the Ice Punches here, and I'm like, oh, I can't touch this thing. I have to just sack it, and I just keep hitting the Ice Punches here because I really have not much I can do. So I'm like, I basically have to go into Thunderous here, hit the Sludge Wave, and he lives at 7% again, which another rocks thing, but oh well. I go into the Golisopod here. First impression, take it out. Now he has Incineroar left, and I knew Incineroar I could kill with Aqua Jet, but he gets the Thunderbolt, he's Spexed, and he gets a crit. Had he not gotten a crit, and had he not been Spexed, I would have lived at about 2 to 5%, and I would have been able to First Impression. I should have done First Impression first, to be honest, but I did the Leech Life, because I figured Leech Life is more important. Leech Life's going to do about 70% and get me back enough health that I can Aqua Jet kill it. But he got a crit and was Spexed. So, I do lose this week. I do lose. Oh well. You know, I've been Vampire Tweeting. Hopefully we'll turn it around next week. That's always the hope. But I think we're doing pretty good in this league, even though we're losing a lot of these matches. They're feeling close. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think I'm doing good, or do you guys think I'm just absolute trash at battling? I will see you guys next time. Bye!